Hello and welcome back to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Devin Grubb.
And I'm Zach Grubb.
We're back, baby!
It's been a long time.
It's been a really long time.
Yeah. When did we stop?
I was looking on Instagram the other day, and I'm gonna check for reference purposes, but I feel like it's been we're going on like 2 years now.
Good Lord.
I want to say we stopped in January. Yeah. Our last episode, at least the last one that I posted about, was when we did the Flight of Icarus conversation, and that was January 23rd, 2024.
Wow.
So it's been almost 2 years since we've done anything, and we're sorry.
Hey, if you're an old fan and you've realized, oh my God, they're posting again. Like, they've been putting all of their stuff up on YouTube because they were dumb and their whole subscription lapsed and they lost their entire show. But now it's on YouTube and there's a new episode. I just want you to know, we've been gone for a while, but she's been talking about Eddie the entire time, so it's fine. It's fine.
Things don't change.
No, things don't change.
Things don't change here.
The collection continues to grow.
It does.
And it's just as much my fault as anybody else's.
Yes, it is. But anyway, we digress. We won't go into too many Eddie tangents. I don't have any. Well, actually, I do have some Eddie tangents for this episode. Never mind. I can't lie.
Let me talk about episode 1 of season 5.
Yes! The Crawl.
The Crawl. And I think the entire community had so many theories about what that was going to mean. And nobody could have been more wrong, and the answer ended up being so bland compared to all of the theories.
Wasn't our theory like, the crawl to get out of the upside down?
That was one theory.
Yeah.
Because we never actually saw how they got out of the upside down after the world split open, or Hawkins split open.
I still want to know what happened in those 2 days between when that happened and when everybody got back to Hawkins from California. I'd really like to know that still. I know we still have 4 episodes left of season 5, and maybe it'll be answered.
No.
It's probably not gonna be answered, but I would really like to have those holes filled.
No, it was heavily glossed over, and I think it was intentional. It's good, don't think about it. Doesn't matter. Just get on, let us get on with our story. It's annoying because I want answers.
It matters to me.
I know. But there was that other theory that I think we had about the crawl literally being about Eddie having crawled through the upside down half dead, which would have been cool. Stop laughing. That would have been very cool.
I'm only laughing because I have been on and off the Delulu train with that character for so long.
I'm still convinced he's going to show up in some capacity, just not in any way that really matters.
Are you? Because the last time we talked, you were like, nah, he's not coming back.
No. He's not coming back as a cat. He's not coming back, but I'm still convinced we're going to see some Vecna messing with people's mind shenanigans at some point, especially after some of the big reveals we saw in these 4 episodes.
We're not talking about those today.
No, we'll get there. But I am absolutely certain that there's actually someone says something. I think Steve might say something about it in the episode about how Vecna just shows you messed up stuff.
He does, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure with all of the trauma Dustin is clearly going through, that we're going to have at least a scene with him. But it's not going to be anything significant.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you want to get into this episode?
Sure. We start with Will in Fort Byers. Which, awesome way to call it all back to season 1. And one of our theories got confirmed through this whole scene.
What one?
We said from the beginning that it was way too easy, that like Will just got taken out of the fort.
Oh, that Will was holding his own. I mean, it's November 12th of 1983. Will is taken on November 6th of 1983. So he held his own for 6 days.
6 days in the Upside Down.
Before the Demogorgon got him and took him to Vecna. Like, he survived there for 6 days on his own.
Which is wild. And not only did he survive, but even when he's like shivering, cold, clearly dehydrated, hungry, like to the point where if the Demogorgon just dragged him off, you'd be like, yeah, how the hell is he going to fight back?
Mm-hmm.
Will fought back.
Yeah.
Like really fought back. Climbed a tree like the Demogorgon was a bear. Good thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Jumped from tree to tree. And
he only fell because his backpack broke.
Yeah, he only fell because his backpack broke.
Mm-hmm.
But
he just hung out there.
He could have.
Just chilling.
It's really cool. The entire beginning of this is great setup for what happens down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Because it foreshadows just how strong Will actually is.
Yeah.
His strength of will. But like, it matters to show us that, because for so long they've kind of depowered Will and made him this character.
They made him seem like the weak weak one.
They've made him seem weak and mild, but like the amount of shit that Will has survived compared to everybody else, the trauma of it is like, you have to take a step back and remember this character is incredibly strong, because if he wasn't, he would have broken by this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we get to see Vecna show up after Will was taken.
Yes. And that's like when they find him in season 1 and he's got like the tube in his mouth. That's what, they actually showed you how that happened, and they're going to do such beautiful things together.
It was gross.
Yeah.
But what I thought was interesting about that was that it's very clear that he needed Will specifically, because we saw all the other people had those things hooked up to them too. But I'm pretty sure they were only like that to make Demogorgon babies. Whereas with Will, Vecna had plans. Yeah. Like, we're going to do beautiful things, plural, together, not, oh, you're another incubator. Like, no.
Yeah, because it's also clear that Will is still alive, and the other ones were not.
Yeah, but you could chalk that up to time.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I think Vecna intended for Will to survive the entire time. Which also means that he knew Hopper and Joyce would come for him? In the Upside Down?
Not necessarily.
Well, how else was he going to survive the incubator? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, also, okay, yeah, Vecna just knew they were going to do that. Like, for real.
Knew they were going to do what? I'm confused.
Vecna just knew that they were going to get Will. Like, they were going to get into the Upside Down and save him. Like, I'm getting into, like, this is weird writing.
Well, I'm confused by what you're saying, because I don't understand. What do you mean, like, with Joyce and Hopper?
They're the ones who got him out, right?
Yeah, they save him because Elle finds him.
Right. But, like, Vecna just called all of that from the beginning, which is what they're implying here.
I think you're going too far into it. I don't know that.
I'm thinking he needed him to get a Demogorgon in him so he could be hooked up to the network.
Right. I'm thinking.
And then he needed to get out so that Vecna could use him.
Well, I know. No. I don't know. I don't necessarily think that, like, he knew that Will or that Hopper and Joyce were going to come and get him. I think his initial thought process was, I have this wall of incubators and Will is going to be a part of that. But I do see, where, because of what he says here and what he says later on, where you would think, like, well, he must have known, and that I just think is going back to what we had said before, was that, like, we're not 100% sure that they knew where they were going.
Yeah.
It's so, like, yes, Hopper and Joyce found him in season 1 because of 11, but because Will is so important to this season, that's why the conversation or the dialogue shifted a little.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing in the second half of this that we're going to get, if Vecna monologues a little more about his whole plan with Will. But maybe he won't. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't.
I mean, it's quite possible that that's going to happen.
Man loves to hear himself talk.
Well, also... and we didn't see the play. We didn't, we don't really know much about it except that it takes place when he's younger, and that Joyce and Hopper and all are in that. So maybe Will is picked because Henry knew Joyce.
It's possible.
We don't know. Maybe we need to familiarize ourselves with the play, maybe.
Yeah, we probably do. But after we go through our whole creepy intro, we start the season with a new character. Well, not new,
She's not
but
new. She's a new actress.
Whole new actress for a character that was basically a blank slate beforehand, but is now actually fantastic in this season.
Oh, she's so good.
She's great.
She's so good. But this is why they needed to recast her, because it wasn't just this I mean, I feel bad for the girls who played her before, but she was kind of just movable set dressing.
Yeah, they
at that point she wasn't. Seasons 1 through 3, Holly was just the little sister that you knew of, but
yeah, I mean,
didn't know.
I think the only time I ever actually noticed her in any significant way was that one scene where she and Ted fell asleep on the couch together, and it's oh, look, he looks like an actual dad.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's the only time I've ever thought, wow, Ted looks like a dad.
Yeah. But, I mean, so we're in... She's, supposed to be... What did we say when we were watching it?
10?
9 or 10, but I feel like she might be older. I don't know. The actress is definitely older.
But no, she's only supposed to be 9
she's
to 10.
giving me 12, though. I'm feeling 12, but based on the other kids that are with her, 10 is probably more accurate. Right. So we're in November 1987 is where we jump to, which they said we were going to have a big time jump. This isn't that big of a time jump.
No, it's really not.
It's not. So it's. I mean, okay. So season 4 ended. It was March of 1986.
Yeah.
And now it's November of 1987. So it's been a year and a half.
You're gonna cast Sarah Connor, and your time jump is gonna be slightly over a year. Just saying.
But we have a whole nother I don't know, maybe there's gonna be more time jumps.
That would line up with one of our initial theories that there would be a larger time jump after some stuff goes down. Yeah. So who knows? We're this is all speculative. You're listening to us share our thoughts and opinions. We're also just trying to be entertaining. Don't pay attention to us. We don't know anything.
Because it's Michael Caine in a Christmas film, and it's Michael Caine in a Christmas film, and it's Christmas with Michael Caine. Sorry.
Apropos to nothing.
Please keep listening to us.
We really like Muppet Christmas Carol. We watch it a few times a year around Christmas. Anyway.
All right.
So that whole thing with Holly, I called immediately the person she was waving at in the window. You did. That was the first thing I said. You did. You're that's Vecna. And I jumped on the Delulu. You were immediately. I was on the Delulu train. You were. No. We didn't say that until later. Wait, okay. You were with me at the beginning. Yeah, it's probably Vecna. But not in Vecna form, because otherwise she'd be, terrified. Right? Oh, Holly's waving to a random stranger outside who's also waving back. Yeah, it's Vecna. It's Henry. Are you kidding me? I wrote Ted doesn't deserve bacon. I wrote that, too. So the Wheelers and the Byers are now living together because they have no home. They were in California, and they're not anymore. And Ted's such an ass about it. He's an ass about everything. And then he asks for the bacon, and he doesn't get any. And good. He gets a little piece. Yeah, he gets a little... It's not good, but it's not good enough.
not good enough for him.
Well, no, because that's his bacon.
It's his bacon.
It's
He
his
deserves the
house.
bacon and the pancakes and everything. Like, did you lift a finger to help your wife make that meal? I don't think so. You're just sitting at the end of the table expecting to be served.
It's like that scene with Dustin. Take us for all we're worth. Thanks, Ted. He takes all the pancakes.
That's season 1.
Yeah. No, was it? Was that season 1?
No, I think so.
Oh, good stuff.
But
he sucks. Then he's like asking his wife, when can we kick them out? Like, dude.
Right, like he's a dick.
I know something happens this season that we'll talk about later that's like, oh look, he has a moment. I'm sorry.
It's a moment.
You cannot give this guy enough moments for me to not hate him.
It's a moment.
He is the second most hateable character on the show.
We didn't even give Billy.
No.
Like, oh, well, he sacrificed himself I don't care, he's a racist piece of shit.
He is.
So,
but, like, there's also complexity there. So, like, I can understand people having feelings about Billy, especially if you know the backstory and, like, you get everything implied there. It's like, okay, he doesn't have an excuse for being terrible. There's a reason he is the way he is. He doesn't have any excuse for his behavior, but you can see how this character may have been someone else if he didn't have to go through the things he went through. Then there's Ted. Who's just terrible because he's terrible. There's no fucking reason. He's just awful.
Just sleep in your little chair. Anyway, Holly's reading A Wrinkle in Time, which is it's not just a one-off thing.
No, and you said that right away that was going to be like a theme for the season.
It's a theme whether we're gonna go to like time travel or what. I think it's gonna come into play.
I think it's mostly going to be. This is where we differ in opinion. You think time travel?
Not necessarily, possibly, but not necessarily. When you said what you're gonna say.
I think it's set dressing. I think it's set dressing in the same way that they've used D&D as set dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And to that end, Holly is really taking after her brother, I think.
Yeah.
And then we get to see Rock and Robin.
Robin and Steve are always employed.
Yeah, you cannot keep them down. They will always find a job.
They will always find a job.
And it will always be together.
Yes. They've been working together for 3 years now.
They have the healthiest relationship in this show. The two of them.
I love them.
That is the healthiest friendship.
I love them so much. But Robin also, so when we get to Robin, she kind of gives you like the little bit of the catch up from what happened previously with like the earth splitting, but she's giving it to you in the
sarcastic Robin that we were introduced to.
But it's the clean version. It's the version that like the military is allowing you to know about.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Robin back to Robin season 3.
This is the sass she gave Steve before they were friends.
Yeah, this is what we missed about Robin last season.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll talk about this more later, but I think Robin and Mike both, they have significantly
I wrote about that.
They've improved their characters by going back to who they actually were pre-season 4. Big time. Yeah. I was just so proud of Steve. He's so on it with the sound effects and like running the boards. Like if Dustin wasn't going through some shit, he'd be so proud of him.
Yeah. It's his tone.
It is his tone. And also Steve's just so happy Robin has a date. He's so
because he knew about this last season because it was the same girl.
Yeah, but like it's happening, and Steve couldn't be happier for his buddy.
Because she's his buddy. They're
buddies.
They're besties.
I'm just saying, if you want to talk about growth across this show, and I'm not saying anything new, but Steve has had the most growth of any character on this show.
We love Steve,
and it's why we're all pretty sure he's gonna die.
No,
you can't have a character grow that much and be loved that well without killing it.
I can see it in your notes and I have it on mine. We are about to discuss Dustin, and you're gonna throw Steve dying too, like that poor boy.
That poor boy.
Dusty Buns is...
It's not doing so hot.
He's not doing so hot. He's not doing so hot. He's fallen right into my boy's shoes real well. But he's not doing so good.
No. He is angry and sad and fed up with basically everything.
Yep.
He's pushing Steve away big time.
Big time. And he's pushing his friends away too, but also I feel like they're kind of
no one's treating this with the seriousness that they should.
Yeah, like they all suffered a loss. Dustin really suffered a loss, and they're kind of like, without saying it, it's kind of like, oh, it's been a year and a half, dude, get over it. You know, this is what you need to be focused on. But like he can't. He held a man in his arms while he died. Like
Dustin also makes probably the best point made in this episode. Like, the three of them, Will, Lucas, and Mike, are trying to tell him to lay low and, like, we gotta follow Hopper's lead on this. And Dustin flat out tells him, like, that's not how we do things. Yeah. We get shit done by staying true to ourselves and doing what we think the right thing is to do. And he's right. And nobody acknowledges it.
Since season one.
Since season one. That's exactly what they do.
Why are you keeping this door of curiosity locked?
Exactly. The driving force of the show in many ways is those kids not listening to the people around them and doing the thing that they know is right. Right.
Not listening to the adults. They are...
I mean, I guess maybe now things are a little different because they are the adults.
Yeah.
But, like, they're not supposed to be. They're in high school.
But they're not. They're in high school. They'd be what? If it's a year and a half later, they're... What?
17,
juniors?
18? 17?
They'd be juniors in high school.
Yeah,
because season 4 they were freshmen.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Dustin's right.
Yeah.
Like, throw all the shade at him that you want for what he's going through, but he's right. He is particularly mean to Steve though, and we get our first shadow of Eddie.
Yeah.
In this episode. You know, that whole it's his tone, right?
Tone.
From the previous season.
Yep.
And Steve, after getting some shit from him, goes to Robin, you heard that tone, right? It's like, yeah.
Yep.
These are the throwbacks.
All right, what do you got next?
The military has trouble doing their job if they can barely catch a non-powered person.
I said that they almost make me miss the Hawkins PD because they're that bumbling.
I mean, is anyone surprised that the military is incompetent? I'm not.
No, I mean, they're just, and we'll probably talk about this a lot more, but like, we are going to talk about it, so I'm not going to say it now. Never mind, because we're going to get to it.
Okay.
Or I'll say it now. Why did they want her so badly? Like, what? I still don't understand.
I don't know that we're meant to understand it. Last season, they made it seem like they thought she was the reason everything was happening. They made it seem like she was in league with Vecna, or she was responsible for the deaths. But then they got all of these tapes. They've seen all the footage. Like, it all proves that she's not the reason for this. So, like,
it just doesn't make sense, I guess, just because they want weird experiments on her, too.
My current theory is that they want to use her power to destroy Vecna, but they also don't want her running around on her own. I think
they want to control her.
Yeah. I think we'll get a better explanation soon. I don't think this is going to be left up in the air.
I just had a thought. She was
wait to episode 4.
Oh no, I can say it right now. Like, she was what? Trained by the Russians, or they thought they had to do with the Russians, didn't they? At some point.
That was like 2 seasons.
But
ago.
anyway, my thought here is just like, they know she's powerful. They want her as a weapon. They want to harness her as a weapon.
Absolutely. I'm just wondering if there's anything more to it than that. Which Linda Hamilton makes it seem like there is.
There probably is, and we'll get to that when we get to episode 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
11's training really hard. She really wants to take Vecna down. That entire scene just shows us what she's been up to. Yeah,
and Hop not letting her do stuff because
I think that's later.
He's just a good dad. He's just trying to be a good dad. I want to talk about real quick because people are like, oh, who's Nancy gonna choose, Steve or Jonathan? She shouldn't choose any of them, but I have to say this: Steve did not start that pissing contest.
No.
Jonathan did. Steve was like, I looked at it as Steve's like, oh, I work at the radio station. I'm not gonna make Robin climb up this tower. I'll do it.
It's literally my job.
And then Jonathan's like, I got this. Like, dude, come on. He's just trying to do his job. He's not trying to steal your girl.
I mean, he is a little bit, but like...
But not in this
Steve's
particular
also,
moment.
Not in this moment. And also, Steve has grown enough to this point, where it's not his prerogative anymore. It's something that he wants. He's still in love with Nancy. Mm-hmm. But there is a bigger picture.
There's other things going on.
And I don't think Steve is ever going to lose sight of the bigger picture.
He doesn't. Well, we're going to rewatch it, but I think he says something like that in the next episode. Like, I'm not trying to take her from you. We have other things to focus on.
Right, because Steve is a grown-up now. Like,
also, Mary comes and he delivers all this stuff, and he delivers an engagement ring to Jonathan.
Death flag.
Jonathan's going to die. I think Jonathan's going to die over Steve dying. That engagement ring was like the nail in his coffin. They're just waiting for the body.
I've been saying Jonathan's gonna die for like a year now. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. I originally thought it was gonna happen defending Will. I am not so sure about that anymore, but that's not for today.
No.
The Discover commercials are driving me fucking crazy.
For those of you who don't know, I think we talked about it previously. We downgraded our Netflix because Netflix is crazy expensive. So we have ads. And they really only play one ad like 40 times. And it's an ad for a Discover card taking place in 1986 or something.
Yeah,
with Nancy.
With Nancy being like, what about, do I get cash back on pumpkins and flamethrowers? It's like, dude. Oh my god.
Watching it once is fine. Watching it like I said, like 40 times.
And Jonathan being all weird and creepy, like it's season 1 in the background.
Right?
What about
like,
flowers?
Where's your camera?
Oh my god. It's so weird, and it takes you right out of the show.
Yeah.
I would rather an ad that does not involve the characters in the show. An ad for anything. Because it really just breaks the immersion so heavily. Especially when you have to watch it every 10 minutes.
It is every 10 minutes. It is literally every 10 minutes. I dread the longer, the super long episodes and how many times they're going to watch
Oh my god, we are going to have to watch that commercial so many more times. It is appalling.
Alright, I digress. So Murray, not only does he deliver them things, he delivers them schedules of what the military is going to be doing. And this is where it's the crawl.
Yep.
It's literally
the crawl is.
Just a crawl in the upside down.
It's a dungeon crawl.
Yeah, it's a dungeon crawl in the upside down.
Dungeon crawl. It's the greatest crawl of all.
And Robin uses the radio station to essentially give our fearless crew their coded messages for these crawls that happen. Which
before she does that though, we get a scene where the kids are in the cafeteria.
Yes.
And it's another Eddie callback.
It is an Eddie callback because Dustin is in his seat.
He's not just in his seat. He like shows up to the table in almost a shot for shot exact way that they did in the previous season. Like throws his leg over the chair, sits down in front of everybody, and like commands the room.
And before he's there, they're talking about him in the same way that Dustin and Mike talk about Eddie in season 4 with having to tell him that Lucas isn't going to be playing the last Hellfire game or whatever. It is. I didn't write that down. So,
yeah. And they even say, "Oh, he's losing his mind. I don't know. He's talking about finding the lost sheep." It's like, yeah, he is.
Because that's what Eddie told him to do with his dying fucking breath.
Yep.
I'm so sad.
And then Robin talks in code.
And
it's very season 3.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It is very reminiscent of her solving the code from the Russians in season 3. So I like a lot of the callbacks that we're getting to like previous seasons.
It's making the whole show feel cohesive.
It's putting things together, yeah.
And it's more of Robin acting like Robin, which I'm very about. Like the quick talking, if you're not paying attention, it seems like jibber jabber kind of thing. But it's all with purpose.
Yes.
So I had a question here though.
Okay.
The military knows that these kids have been involved for years.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a secret that these kids in Hawkins have been on top of every major issue that they have had. Why are they not watching the 4 of them 24/7?
Because they're stupid.
That's the only explanation, right?
That's all that I can give you. It's they're stupid, or they don't think that they are a threat to them.
Well, then they haven't been paying attention.
I don't know.
Like, it's very weird.
They're so focused on 11 that I don't think they,
Yeah.
I really don't think that they're too worried about them, because they're just like, oh well, they're just normal kids. If they meddle too much, we'll kill them.
Jesus, you're right.
But
you're right.
Like, think about it. The only kid that they are worried about is the one with powers.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. She's doing her encouraging compliance or whatever, and because she's talking in code, they don't necessarily know she's talking in code, because she's putting in a record and she's telling you information about the record. But it's
very funny still.
Yeah.
I also had a note that it's really cool the Wheeler kids are leading both teams. Like Nancy leads the crawl team and Mike leads the kid team.
The kid, yeah. Well, because that makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's giving us more of, like, old Mike.
Yeah. Big time. We're getting a lot more of pre-season 4 Mike.
Yeah.
Where he, knew how to be a leader to his group. Knew how to account for what everybody was going through.
Yeah. What do you got next?
There's that whole scene where they're, like, talking about the crawl and, like, how they've done 30 of them and found nothing.
Oh.
That's when Steve talks about,
Will's Goosies?
Will's Goosies.
Will's Goosies.
And, he brings up a very good point, which is like, hey, Nancy, what if he was just lying to you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Vecna shows people visions to mess with them. What if we killed him already? Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's very naive, Steve. But also, like, the fact that Vecna creates visions to mess with people is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't show Nancy all of that because he wanted to motivate her. It was to throw her off her game.
Yeah. To freak her out.
Yeah.
And it did.
So, like, this seems like, again, Steve might be onto something here. He doesn't... You shouldn't trust Vecna's vision just because he showed it to you.
Yeah. But nobody's going to listen to Steve in that capacity.
Oh, nobody's going to listen to Steve, period.
No.
Until he picks up a bat and starts wailing on something. Right. Nobody listens to Steve.
Nobody listens to Steve. Gotta start listening to Steve.
We are 33 minutes in, or 34 minutes in, and we still have 2 pages left.
I only have a page and a half.
Still. This is a long episode for us.
Well, we digressed a lot, and we had to reintroduce ourselves because it's been almost 2 years, so...
It's been 75 years.
It's been 84 years.
84 years.
84 years, and then she dropped the heart into the ocean.
So, we get to see that Will has parallel sight, which is what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Where he sees those connected to Vecna. He, like, sees through their eyes.
We don't know that yet, though.
Yeah, but we can assume
make that assumption.
Well, I think we thought... excuse me. We thought that from the beginning because we thought Vecna was involved with Holly.
Yeah.
And then they showed Holly spinning.
They like you... if the first scene is like Will is getting like dizzy in the woods with the other kids, and he's like looking up and the clouds are spinning, and then literally like the next scene is Holly on one of those spinny things looking up, and it's literally you're seeing exactly what Will saw.
Yeah.
And then that's where she talks to her buddy.
Yep.
Her invisible buddy.
Talks to her invisible friend.
And that's when I was like, oh, hey, what if it was Eddie warning her, and that was Delulu train number 65 for the episode.
Yeah. So after that, we get a scene of the military.
Yes.
And we see Linda Hamilton, and she says that she needs 11 to stop people from dying. That's an incredibly vague line that goes nowhere. And I hope it goes somewhere.
Might go somewhere. I mean, she's experimenting on a bunch of stuff from
the Upside
Down.
To which, why? Like, why are they experimenting?
Right, I like what?
Why are they in the Upside Down?
Yes, because this particular the base that they are on is in the Upside Down. It is not in the right side up. It is in the Upside Down.
And why doesn't Vecna interfere with this?
Right.
Like, we know that there's...
He's there.
Yeah. We find out in a couple episodes from now, I'm just going to get into it real quick, that, you know, they have a way of defending themselves from people with powers. It's a big thing that makes their ears hurt or whatever. But, like, that wouldn't stop Vecna because he's got connections to everything in the Upside Down. He could just send Demogorgon after Demogorgon after Demogorgon after them, and they could tear the entire military apart. So why is he just letting them do this? Right.
There's got to be some other reasoning, I would hope, anyway.
Yeah.
And, like, for me, like, I wrote down, there's a much bigger problem at hand, and they are fixating on 11.
Yeah.
I don't know. They need to be shown. They will be shown.
They will be shown.
They will be shown.
There will be blood.
They will be shown. They haven't been shown yet. 3 episodes later.
What you got after that?
I don't know. At some point I just started watching and forgot to write some notes. So the next thing I have is Dustin at the
at school poking the bear.
Yeah.
So we did have a little bit before that with Hopper, I think, trying to keep Elle safe.
Yeah, and I says, and Hop pulls something out of the wall. We know what that something is. We're not going to say what it is because that's not revealed yet.
Yeah, for the one person out there who listens to our podcast before they watch each episode.
We have 10 subscribers?
11 now. 2 of them are us, but still.
Hey, man. Thank you.
So, Hop was actually the first person to call out that Will could be useful to them for what they're doing. Because in that scene, he does say, like, you know, you keep
Joyce
him. Yeah. She says to Joyce that she's keeping Will out of the fray. Like, he covered in bubble wrap, I think is what he says. But Hopper sees that Will has something valuable to add to the team.
Yeah, he can. Because he can. And I'm going to go into this later, but it's
good to know that Hop always sees the best in these kids.
Yes. Kind of always has.
Season 1 Hop got there.
Season 1 Hop got there, but like as it goes on, he does.
So yeah, Dustin humiliates that dude with the snake. So funny.
It's funny until it's not.
That's still funny.
I'm so worried about my dusty buns.
I don't know. After that scene, the one coming up, I don't think we got to worry about him. Kid can take a punch.
He holds his own. But we have a really good scene after that with Holly and Mike. Holly was talking to her friend, Mr. Whatsit, and she got held after school so that their Mrs. Wheeler could talk to the teacher. And it's her and Mike, and I don't know, it's a really good scene between the two of them. They have really good brother-sister
chemistry.
I
I like that
the girl. You can. I feel like the girl who's playing Holly is very comfortable with Finn Wolfhard. Like they it's just that scene just feels so natural. And he gives her he painted her a mini and named it Holly the Heroic. Like
he's been ready to bring her into his little nerd world forever.
It's so sweet. It's so sweet. And he actually makes her feel less afraid of what is
like everything.
She's like afraid of everything, and that's why this Mr. What's-It is like, you know, coming to talk to her and telling her that there's monsters in Hawkins and he's gonna protect her and blah blah blah. And then Mike's like, well, that was bullshit. Like,
yeah,
you know, like,
and
no.
I think there's two things in this scene that are important. One is that they mention Holly the Heroic gets to use Dimension Door.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing how the show goes from here for the next few episodes, I feel like that's got to be important later.
Yeah.
Like the ability to jump between dimensions, for whatever reason, is specifically associated with Holly the Heroic. I think we're going to see something there. Stranger Things is nothing if not on the nose
when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. It's very and that's not a bad thing. That is not a criticism. I like that things like that get dropped so we can pick them up later.
Yeah.
Also, I'm very surprised that Mike doesn't put 2 and 2 together about Mr. What's-It.
And
like, he doesn't...
Right away, yeah.
I feel like he should have been on top of that.
Yeah.
But
if he, you know, he's a good... She's reading A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
That's a character... Mrs. What's-It is a character in A Wrinkle in Time.
Does he know that, though? Or does she say it's from his book?
No, I just feel like he could just be, like, waving it off as, like, she's been really into this book, and maybe she's, like, you know, I don't know. Using it as escapism. The same way he did with Mike the Brave. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's probably where his head is initially.
I really like how he explains Mike the Brave and how he... You know, when he's scared, he imagines Mike the Brave is standing with him so he can do it. But we also kind of get to see that he doesn't need that anymore.
Yeah.
Now he is Mike the Brave.
Yeah. He's been through it enough times.
Yeah.
Then we're going to the hospital. Lucas is visiting Max with Will. He plays her song. He's always playing her Kate Bush.
Anything to bring her back.
It's so sweet. And Will's awkward.
Will is awkward. We get to see Robin with her girlfriend.
A good friend once said, "Bad news first, always." That is the second callback, direct quote callback in this episode.
The second direct quote, third callback
altogether.
Crazy. They're doing this on purpose.
I'm sorry.
No, this is intentional. Not from us, from them. But like, she's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I have to cancel tonight, but I'm going to take you to Enzo's," and she freaks out. She's like, "Enzo's? You can't afford that." Like, Enzo's is this magnificent palace of pasta.
It's better than Olive Garden.
Yeah, like, what the hell do they serve at Enzo's that everyone in this town is like, you gotta go to Enzo's?
It's all about Enzo's. I just think it's because they're such a small town. It's probably like the only Italian restaurant that they have, so they're just wild about it.
There's not a single Italian in the entire town. It is the only place where you can get a decent bowl of pasta.
Good bowl of pasta and some breadsticks.
Yep.
And then what is it's Dustin again?
Well, Will's creepy.
Oh yeah, Will is creepy.
Will is incredibly creepy.
He's so awkward too. Oh, Rockin' Robin, dude.
My God.
Come on, man.
Well, we go straight from that giggle session to Dustin visiting Eddie's grave.
Prepared with turpentine and cloth rags, ready to clean it off because apparently he has to do that on a regular basis, which is so messed up.
Yep.
And he's met with Jason's cronies.
They killed the snake.
They killed the snake. Yeah, that's not cool.
That thing was property of the school.
I thought that twice.
Yeah.
When we watched it the first time and when we watched it again to make the notes,
honestly,
I was like, who's getting in trouble for that?
Harming an animal, period, you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
But also, man, you should be in trouble. Like, what the hell?
But, I mean, he holds his own for a period of time.
Dustin fights back hard.
Yeah. This is not the Dustin from season 1.
No. I cannot believe these guys get back up and keep fighting and beating him up.
The first guy, anyway, he throws turpentine in his face.
He got 2 of them with that.
Yeah, like...
And, like, his eyes are all, like, puffed up and, like, clearly he needs to go to a hospital. He's about to lose his
eyeballs.
But no, it's more important to beat up Dustin.
Yeah, well,
like,
he has to beat up Dustin because he liked Eddie. Oh my god.
But seriously, like, Dustin, and that's not it. It's not just like a cheap shot with the turpentine. He gets some punches in.
Yeah, he gets some punches in too.
He punches, he bites, he kicks, and he gets real close to getting away.
If he could run faster, he probably would have been able to get away.
Yeah. Like, honestly, if that were a one-on-one fight, Dustin might have won.
Dustin absolutely would have won if it was a one-on-one fight because he got him with the turpentine and he went down for a bit. He would have been able to get away. His bike wasn't that far. I don't know
that he would have. If it was one-on-one, Dustin might have went at it and, like, kicked the shit out of him.
But they always have to do, 14-on-1 because they know they can't accomplish it when it's one-on-one.
Nope.
That's why they are in packs.
They're also terrified of Lucas.
They are. I wrote that. I didn't say it before, but I did write that down.
Yeah.
Initially, like when Lucas comes to defend Dustin in the beginning of the episode, they're like, "Oh God!"
It's like the air drained out of the room around them. You love seeing it.
Well, he was beat. Erica took him down last season.
So Dustin's getting the crap kicked out of him, but everybody else is meeting up at the radio station
for the crawl.
11 and Mike seem like they're back on track.
Mm-hmm. This was actually it was a decent moment between them. I feel like they lack chemistry a lot of time.
Yeah.
Their scenes usually feel strained or forced. This one didn't too much. This kind of had like a good flow to it.
Season 4 was pretty good about that too when they in the second half.
The second half of season 4, because the first half of season 4, it was just like, Mike, you need to shut up.
Yeah. The second half of season 4, once they're back together and they're having pizza, try before you deny. Yeah, that whole section.
That whole bit was good.
But we're back to that kind of being the norm, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think he says something about it being like maybe this is our last crawl. It might be, Mike. This might be the last crawl.
It might be the last crawl.
They also start planning their future together, and like what they're gonna do when it's all over. And to me, that's just straight death flags for both characters. Like, yeah, you don't have them sit down and have that conversation if one or both of them are not about to die.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Does the first 4 episodes take place in is it one day or is it 2 days?
I can't remember. It might be one whole day. No.
Like I can't.
2 days.
It's
2 days.
2 days?
2
Okay.
days. Minimum 2 days.
Okay. Yeah. It has to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll explain later, but yeah, it has to be 2 days.
I was just trying to think about, with being like the last crawl, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then they have to find somebody to replace Dustin because Steve can't drive and
operate the thing.
And this is where Joyce really ticked me off because Will steps up immediately and he was like, "Oh, well, I helped him build it. I helped him put it in. I can do it." And she's immediately like, "No, you can't."
It's literally his tool.
Right, like he helped make it. He knows what to do. He knows how to use it. He's not going into the Upside Down. He's literally staying in Hawkins, driving around with Steve.
With the best driver in Hawkins, Indiana, Steve the Hare Harrington.
He's with Steve, who I'm sure has the nail bat in the trunk. Like, he's ready to go. It would have been fine.
He'd been perfectly safe.
Immediately shoots it down And, like, I understand the reasoning. She's worried about him. He disappeared in the first season. In the second season, all that weird stuff was happening to him. So, but, like, okay, that's season 1 and 2. Nothing really weird happened to him in season 3. And season 4, you were out gallivanting in Russia. Yeah. And he was holding his own, taking a cross-country road trip to try to find 11. So, like, he's more than capable of sitting in a car and operating a thing. But I think she still sees him as the boy from season 1.
Yeah.
And he's not that anymore.
This boy has gone through physical and emotional trauma on levels you can never comprehend. If he's telling you he wants to step up and help with something, you let him do that for his own mental health.
Right. And then she like has Jonathan do it, and you said it, and I agree.
And he doesn't stand up for him.
He should have stuck up for Will, because he knows that Will can do it. But Jonathan's got his own.
No, Jonathan is pissing me off this season.
Because I feel like Jonathan from a couple seasons ago would have been like, Mom, he can do it.
Yeah, he would have. And, like, I know I said something while we were watching about, like, oh, look, Jonathan's not getting high this season, apparently. Maybe not, but, like, something is off.
Yeah.
I almost want to say that Jonathan's character is being torn down a bit.
To make his
intentionally
to make his death easier,
maybe, but also because there's nowhere to go with him.
Yeah,
like they went the weird, I'm not confident in my future stoner route with him last season, but now the stakes are world-ending stakes, so he can't be like that.
No,
so now there's nothing left for him to be like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, well, he can focus on his relationship with Nancy, and nothing else really matters to him, or like other things matter, but not enough for him.
Not enough. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just sniper's chew gum, because Lucas is always committed to the bit.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, Mike goes, "You're not a sniper," and I'm like, "Did you forget the wrist rocket, buddy?" Lucas is literally your team sniper. I think before that though, we got to see Holly make the necklace.
Yeah, Holly made the little mini made a necklace out of the mini, which is really cute. So she always has it with her.
We get to hear Ted and his.
Oh, I didn't write
Ted
any
and Mrs.
of that
Wheeler
stuff
yelling
down.
at each other.
I didn't write any of that down.
Poor Holly.
Poor Holly. Yeah, another reason why she's been targeted.
Yeah. Yep.
He's just not.
Goes after people he can manipulate.
Right. He's just doing it in a different way. This season, he's not being as violent initially.
Yeah. But back to what you were saying with the scene where he's like, "Sniper's chew gum. You're not a sniper." Like, we get to see Hop stow away on one of the military vans. They've done this 30 times.
Yeah. It's the 30th one. They've done it 30 times and they've gotten nowhere.
But like that aside, how incompetent is this military crew? That they've been able to pull this off without a hitch 30 times. Like, that's insane. Also, something I noticed when they went through the portal, and I'm glad that this detail wasn't, fucked up. The Max Z does not exist in the Upside Down.
No.
When they go through the portal, they're back in Hawkins from the day...
Hawkins, 1983.
1983. Which, good. Like, I feel like it would have been so easy for them to just forget...
Yeah.
that was the way things were supposed to be. Because, like, shows do that all the time. I'm glad they paid attention to that detail.
And then I go into, like, Will stuff, so I don't know what you have next.
I had a little bit about, like why did Vecna sick the Demogorgons on the military this time? Because it seems like he hasn't up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just runs away without killing Hopper. Was that a deliberate choice? It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
I know that the military wasn't the thing's ultimate goal.
No.
But I'm sure, like, they don't do anything without his say so. So, like, why did he attack the convoy that time? Very interesting.
Yeah. What was the
reason?
What was the reasoning for that? But Will saw this happen. I just put, it's reminiscent of the VR game, which you called out the first time we watched it. Like, how we see things through through like their eyes, like the eyes of like the Demogorgon and stuff, which is how Will is seeing it, is basically how the game is played.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
But saw where it was going, and it's going to
get Holly.
The Wheeler's house, specifically for Holly.
And I think my last note for the episode was like, did Vecna send the Demogorgon after Holly first as kind of an FU to Nancy? Like, hey, I'm still coming. Mm-hmm. But honestly, what you just said makes me think no. It is more about he saw Holly as someone he could manipulate because of her situation in life right now.
Yeah. And then if you think of, because like, then I don't want to jump ahead because that's not until like the next episode, but think of who's the next target.
Yeah.
Like all of the targets, they all have something.
Yeah.
Just like all of the targets from from season 4, they all had something. He preys on people who are weak.
But you know what? Now he's going after children. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because he failed. With older people.
he
sort of failed.
I mean, he technically didn't fail because he did open with Max.
He did, but they were able to just slap some metal over it. I'm sure that wasn't his plan. Like, yeah. I think whatever they did to stop Max from dying threw a wrinkle into his plan.
Yeah. But now he's using kids because they are weaker and easier to manipulate. And he can manipulate them by being this nice person instead of being this scary thing.
Right. He's still manipulating through fear because that's all he knows.
Yes.
But he's coming at it from the opposite direction. I will protect you from what's scary. As opposed to, I'm going to make you face what's scary to break you down.
Yeah. So.
And that was episode 1.
That's episode 1.
We back, baby.
Yes, if you stuck around to listen to this whole thing, we appreciate you.
My throat hurts.
Mine doesn't. I've been hydrating.
Well, I was also at the Eagles game.
Yes, that is true. So yeah, well, we're gonna hope to have these 4 out before Christmas so that
I mean, that's the goal. We've got enough time. I think we can make it happen. Mm-hmm. But we need new copybooks. We filled our Stranger Things books. I still have a couple pages left. I don't.
I do. You need a new book. I guess I should pick up. I gotta pick up some books tomorrow.
It would have been cool if we could have fit all of our musings into one place. But now I'm gonna need a second.
No, I write too big. Too big, and I spaced out. I'm sorry, trees. But yeah. So.
Well.
That's that.
We have a lot of fun doing this, and I hope that you guys have fun listening. I hope that some of the people who listen to us on our old platform find us on YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you're new and you're finding us on, like, this is your first time finding us, make sure you subscribe. We didn't say that last time because we weren't on YouTube, but,
You're an old pro at that.
Yeah, I am. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Watch that heart button light up when we say like this video. Yeah, please like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and that way you'll know whenever we're posting. Mm-hmm. Realistically, we're only going to post through the end of the show and then with whatever kind of afterthoughts we have.
Yeah.
But it would be cool if the Hawkins Hellfire Collective could live on in some other form after this.
It would be.
It's a collective. It doesn't all have to
be Stranger Things. But we have some time. Let's not think about the end just yet.
No. We're just going to be happy about the fact that we're going to have a little more show left.
Yes. Also, follow us on Instagram. It's the same handle as here. Hawkins Hellfire Collective. All one word. All lowercase, I believe. Because that's where you'll get the most updates. Because I update that pretty frequently. With like when we put out a new episode, there'll be a post. Plus, I'll play around with stuff in our stories and everything. And feel free to, DM us with anything you might want us to talk about in relation to Stranger Things, because maybe we could continue on with Stranger Things content if people wanted to hear us talk about certain stuff. So,
Absolutely. And yeah, Instagram really is the best way to keep up with us, because even if you subscribe on YouTube, after 2 weeks, YouTube's like, you don't care about that channel anymore, and they'll just stop showing you notifications.
Right. So you'll get the most updates through our Instagram, which I run.
Yep. So signing off from the Hawkins Hellfire Collective.
I'm Devin Grubb.
I'm Zach Grubb.
Dusty Buns gets it done.